Hello yet again, session number 36, and I know we've been going a long time, but now it's really important, I think, to keep going with our exercise. As the restrictions seem to be getting worse and we're going to be in our homes maybe some more, then please try and stick with the exercise. It'll make you feel better both physically and mentally. Let's start with that posture check. Back of the head, shoulder blades, buttocks and heels up against an imaginary wall. Open the chest, slide fingertips down, seam of trouser leg, tailbone pointing down. Just tilt the pelvis slightly, pull up and pull in. Open up the hips, buttocks engaging, knees rolling out a little, arch of the foot lifting. And then spreading out the toes, weight in between the little toe, the big toe and the heels. And of course don't forget the Pilates breathing full and wide into the ribs, so you don't interfere with that zip up and hollow. Then just take a breath in, and as you breathe out, float the arms up to shoulder height and breathing in to float down. Exhaling to lift and inhale to lower. Try not to rock forward or back. And keep the back of the head, the shoulder blades, the buttocks and the heels up against that imaginary wall. Keeping the chin down over the peach. Then lift the arms up and then open the chest and push down as if you're pushing down through some thick custard. Exhaling up, inhale to open, and then exhale to push down, inhale to prepare. As you lift and open and push down. And then adding on, reaching forward to the side and then down. And then add a big shoulder roll onto that. Keep the chest open as you slide your shoulder blades down. So you're reaching forward, opening the chest and pushing down, and then that big shoulder roll. So reaching forward, starting to warm up the shoulders, shoulder girdle, and push down. And then shoulder roll, slide those shoulder blades down, and then turn the head and look over that right shoulder. Bring it back to center, turn the head, look over that left shoulder. Bring it back to center, back to the beginning. Arms forward, open chest, push down, add that big shoulder roll, and then push back with the arms as you turn the head. Back to center, push back with the arms as you turn the head the other way. And release, back to the beginning. Reaching forward, open, stretch down, big shoulder roll. And then as you push back with the arms, you turn the head, keep the chin down over the peach. Turning the head as you push back, squeeze those shoulder blades together. One more time, reaching forward, open, push down, then add that big shoulder roll, and then pushing back, turn the head. And again, turn the head, keep that tailbone pointing down, keep the zip up and hollow. Holding that there, take the hips back and down and push up nice and tall. So sitting back onto the heels, all the weight goes into the heels, so you're not pushing the weight forward into your knees. Deep squat, warming up the hips and the knees. And then adding on, do that little sit and push up, and then just lift the right heel, put it down, keep the pelvis stable, left heel, put it down, and do that squat again. And again. Left heel raise, right heel raise, left heel raise, and the sit. Keep the orange between the knees, the peach underneath the chin, between the chin and the chest. So maybe breathing in to sit, breathing out to push up, breathing in to lift, breathing out to push down, in to lift, breathing out to push down, then breathing in to sit again. And then this time, push up onto the balls of both of the feet, balance. And then do that little sit again. So pushing up, switching on those core muscles to balance. So just pushing all the way up, hold. And then see if you can add on to that, push up and hold. Keep the heels off the floor, push back, turn the head. Push back and turn the head the other way. And release the heels down. So just adding that extra challenge onto your balance. Pushing up, hold, push back. Might be a little bit of wobbling. If it's too much, of course, you always just put the heels back down. And one more time, do that little sit, pushing up, and then up onto the balls of the feet, hold and balance, push back, turn the head, release the arms, and one more time the other way, push back, release, and bring the heels back down. Then from here, just rest the hands on the hips, and slide the left foot out while you bend that right knee slightly, and push up tall. And then the other way, just slide that right leg out, bend the left knee slightly. Keep the chest lifted so you're not leaning forward at all. Keeping the headlamps on the hip bones pointing forward, headlamps on the chest pointing forward. So just getting some flexibility into the hips and a little bit of balance. And adding on to this, see if you can slide the foot in, out rather, and then bring it back in and lift the knee and balance and hold. Replace the foot, go the other way. Bending that supporting knee, slide the foot in and lift, and replace the foot. So just sliding out, sliding in, and lift and balance. Keeping that chest up, keeping the pelvis as stable as you can while you do this. So just challenging your balance a little bit. Slide out and lift and hold. And then one more time other way. Slide out and lift and hold and balance. And the next time we add a little something else onto that. So you're going to slide out and then bring the knee up, hold, and then push the leg back behind. Keep the chest lifted, toes come down, slide back under, holding up for that little bit longer. So you do a slide out, slide in, lift, hold, balance, and now push the leg back behind you. Try not to lean forward. And you feel that buttock engage. Toes come down, slide back under. And again. So you're low bearing, of course, for that standing leg also. Hip flexor working there. Then you take it into the buttock as you straighten the leg back behind you. So if you're trying to touch the wall behind, but keeping the torso as stable as you can, toes come down, slide back under. And again, so you do the slide out, slide in and lift and hold and balance. Push the leg back and hold. And then gently bring the toes back down. Now see if you could add a little something else onto that. See if you could slide the leg out, slide it in and lift and hold. Now push the leg back behind you, hold, keep the leg behind you, and then lift, lift, lift. Just turn to the side, lift, 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 and balance. Keep that supporting knee slightly bent, peach underneath the chin. Just go as far forward as you can and bring the toes back down and slide back under. Then of course you swap to the other side. So you do your slide out, slide in, lift and hold, push back, and then you would do the bend forward. Lift the leg up nice and high behind you, and always one side better than the other side. Just lift as high as you can. Balance, balance, balance. Try and make yourself into a one-legged table. And then toes come down. Slide back under. And then just bring the arms down by your side again. Opening the chest. Bring the arms forward. Open. Push down. Shoulder roll. And then push back. Turn the head. Bring it back. Turn the head. Bring it back, relax those knees, and then do a lovely roll down. Roll down, roll down, roll down towards your toes. Hold that there, nodding, nodding the head. Release any tension, let the arms drop and dangle. Shake, 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 shake the head. Keep the knees slightly bent. Rolling up, arms close into the legs. Shoulders back and down. Holding that there. And then if you just like to get your mat and standing on the back of your mat, just float the arms forward and push down. Arms out to the side, push down. Big shoulder roll. Open the chest, push back, turn the head. bring it back, turn the head the other way, keep the chin down, and then into the roll down. Just drop the chin, peel yourself off your wall like a piece of wet wallpaper. Head down, 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 down. Keep that tummy button pulled up and in. Nod, nod, nod. And then just shake, 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 shake the head. Release any tension. Bend the knees a little bit more. Walking out onto the hands and knees. Then if you just want to swing round into a sitting position. And then maybe just hold on behind one thigh. Tuck the pelvis under and roll gently down onto your back. And then take a moment to set that up. Bring your chin down over the peach. Remember, if your chin is sticking up, you could always get a little cushion, maybe not too fat, just a little thin cushion, and pop it underneath your head so that you bring your chin down over the peach. Stretch fingertips towards the toes. Little grape in the small of your back. Trade marbles balanced across the pelvis. Orange width between the knees. So the shoulders, hips, knees and ankles are aligned. And then just take a breath in as you breathe out. Slide the right leg straight out along the floor and breathe in to slide it back. Exhale, left leg out and breathe in to slide it back. That's all you're doing, but making sure your back doesn't arch as you slide the leg out or the pelvis tilt as you slide in. And then add in the opposite arm. So your right leg goes out, the left arm goes over your head. And then you swap to the other side, making sure that the rib cage, of course, does not lift. If your rib cage starts to lift, the back comes off the grape, then you just don't take the arm quite so far over. And see if you could do both arms together, but again, keeping that rib cage knitted right down. So you've really got to switch on those tummy muscles. Pull the rib cage down, keeping the pelvis stable. Make sure the chin stays down over the peach as well. Make sure your chin doesn't tilt back. And then maybe you could challenge yourself a little bit more. Maybe you could do both legs together. Sliding out. Now here's the hard bit. Sliding back in. Without those marbles moving around on your tray, without your back arching off your grape. If you find that's too much, there's a sort of halfway house. What you could do is you could slide out both the legs and then maybe bring one leg in and then the other leg in, just to make it that little bit easier. You can decide. You can of course do opposite arm and leg, alternate opposite arm and leg. Whichever one you're doing, you're keeping that torso as stable as you can. You've really got to zip up and hollow. Pull up and pull in, then that pelvic floor will work a little bit. Getting lots of flexibility in your hips, knees and shoulders, but mainly of course those core muscles working. And then just hold that there. And then from here, keep your chin down over your peach, keep that trade marble still, and allow the right knee to drop to the right side, and then gently bring it back. Maybe exhale it out, and inhale it back, or the other way around, whichever works better. Just let your breathing flow, work with your breathing. Make sure the pelvis stays still. And see if you could add some arms into that one. So the right leg drops out while the left arm goes out, and you bring it back. And then you swap to the other side. And again, the challenge is here to keep that torso, particularly your pelvis, absolutely still while you do this. Nice and smooth. Just let the knee drop as far as you can without the opposing hip lifting. Now if you want to make that harder, take a breath in as you breathe out. Lift one knee up to tabletop. Press your back into the mat, crush the grape. Lift the other leg up into tabletop. Now release your back, put your grape underneath. Tummy braced. And then you do exactly the same thing, opposite arm and leg. But again, without that pelvis moving at all. And of course the leg that you're leaving up in the air doesn't move either. It stays in that tabletop position. So you really feel those deep abdominal muscles working very, very hard. And again, you might want to just add a head turn as well. Look along the arm, just to get some flexibility into the neck. Challenge your balance a little bit more. Really brace, brace, brace those tummy muscles. Flexibility into the hip and the shoulder and the neck, but mainly, of course, it's those core muscles working. And then, when you have done equal numbers on both sides, hold it there and bring the knees into the chest. And have a little rock side to side. And then maybe just hold and put the hands on tops of the knees, push them around in a circle to release that lower back. And then change direction, make your circling go the other way. And then just putting one foot down, the other foot down. And then if you just want to make sure you've got your chin down over your peach, bring the knees and the feet together so immediately those inner thighs will work a little bit. Stretch your fingers towards the toes, little grape in the small of your back, but you can take your tray of marbles off and put it to one side now. And then to start off nice and easy with a pelvic tilt. Breathing in to tilt and crush the grape, and breathing out to release. So scooping out the tummy, press your back into the mat. Keep those knees glued together, neck relaxed, shoulders relaxed, chin down over the peach while you tilt your pelvis. Make sure the chin does not tilt back. So breathing in to tilt, scoop out the tummy, press right down into the mat, and breathing out to release. And then see if you can add onto that. Make sure the heels are directly underneath the knees, so not too close in. Otherwise you're opening up your knee joint. So pretty much underneath the knees with the heels. And then breathing in to tilt, breathing out to pick up the hips. Push up into the bridge, hold to breathe in at the top, and breathing out, link by link, bone by bone. You articulate your spine all the way back to the floor. Tilt the pelvis back into neutral, put a new grape in, and start again. Breathing in to tilt. Breathing out to peel off, link by link, remember like a bicycle chain. Hold up at the top, push the knees forward towards the wall in front of you, stretch those hips. And then on the next out breath, link by link, bone by bone, you come back down. And just tilt back into neutral. Then add the pelvic floor into this. Breathing in to tilt, breathing out to pick up the hips. Now pull up between the legs. That hammock of muscle between the legs is used to stop yourself going to the loo at an inappropriate moment. Hold at the top, and then gently, gently on the out breath, you link by link, bone by bone, come back down. Try and keep those knees glued together because they want to come apart, particularly at the top of your bridge. Breathing in to tilt, breathing out to peel off. Just come up one bone at a time, pulling up that pelvic floor. Hold the pelvic floor for as long as you can. Hold to breathe in at the top, then put each individual bone down. Get lots of flexibility into your spine. Crush the grape, tilt the pelvis back into neutral. You might have lost the pelvic floor by now, but that doesn't matter. You just start again. Breathing in to tilt, you hold up that pelvic floor for as long as you can. Balancing on the shoulder blades, the shoulder soles of the feet. Hold it there, feel those buttocks and hamstrings work. And then gently, gently bring it back down. And maybe you could add something else onto this. Breathing in to tilt, breathing out to peel off. Hold up at the top, still pulling that pelvic floor up to breathe in. Breathing out, unbend the right leg from the knee. Breathing in, put it down. And then breathing out, link by link, you come back down again. Again, you tilt back into neutral, put a new grape in, start again, keep that chin down. Pushing up, hold, keep those knees together, unbend, bend, and then gently bring it back down. Getting lots of articulation into your spine. So you can continue with that, pushing up, and then maybe you could add the opposite arm in just to challenge your balance a little bit more. Replace the foot and gently bring it back down. Then of course you would go to the other side. Breathing in to tilt, breathing out, pick up hips, pick up pelvic floor. Lift the arm up as you unbend the leg. Take it over your head, keep those hips high, and then gently put the foot back down and bring the whole thing back down again. Now if you want to make it that little bit harder, just keep checking that your heels haven't slid out. Breathing in to tilt, breathing out to pick up, hold up at the top, keep those knees together. Unbend the leg, take the
arm over the head, replace the foot, stay up there. And go immediately to the other side, and then gently bring it back down. Don't forget that pelvic floor each and every time. Now you can stay with the single leg and come back down, then do the other leg, or you can hold up and do one of each. You can decide which level you're going for here. Breathing in to tilt, breathing out, pick up hips, pick up pelvic floor, hold it up there. Unbend the leg, arm goes over, replace the foot. Go down if you need to, otherwise you stay there. Keep those hips up high, feel those buttocks work, and then link by link, bone by bone, you come back down again. Keep checking the position of those feet. So breathing in to tilt, breathing out to pick up and hold. Unbend, working into that quadricep muscle down the front of the thigh as well. Keep those hips up, keep the knees together. Flexibility, of course, for your spine, for your shoulders, and your knees as well. Now, if you want to carry on and do some more, carry on and do some more. Otherwise, just briefly hug those knees into the chest, bring the head up into the knees, nose to knees, knees to nose. Hold that there, get a good stretch for your spine and your buttocks. And then putting one foot down, the other foot down. And then this time, have the orange width between the knees. Chin down, still over the peach, keep the length through the neck. And then take a breath in, tilt the pelvis, breathing out to pick the hips up off the floor. Hold up at the top to breathe in, breathing out, allow the right knee to drop down to the side, breathing in, bring it back. Breathing out, left knee drops to the side, breathe in, bring it back. And then link by link, bone by bone, you come back down again. Now you might just caterpillar off your mat, so make sure you're right on your mat. My head was just coming off the mat there. So you might need to just alter your position every now and again. So it's breathing in to tilt, breathing out to pick up. Hold up at the top, feel those buttocks engaged, don't forget that pelvic floor each time. Drop one knee, bring it back. Drop the other knee, bring it back. And then link by link, bone by bone, you come back down. Then of course maybe you could add the arms into this. Breathing in to tilt, breathing out to pick the hips up, reach the arms up towards the ceiling, hold that there. And then drop your right knee out, keep the hips up high, left arm goes out to the side, bring it back. And then the left leg, right arm, bring it back, keep those hips up high, and then link by link, bone by bone, you bring the whole thing back down again. So it's just breathing in to tilt, breathing out, pick up hips, pick up pelvic floor, pick up arms, hold it there. And then allow right leg, left arm, keep the hips high, bring it back. Feel those inner and outer thighs working, as well as the buttocks and the hamstrings, and of course your spine. So gently, gently, gently down. Making sure you keep those feet underneath the knees. Breathing in to tilt. Scoop out the tummy, pick up the pelvic floor. Balancing. Hold. So those core muscles are working hard too. Open. Bring it back. Open. Bring it back. And then gently, gently down. Now you could, if you wanted to, make that even more challenging. Breathing in to tilt, breathing out to pick the hips up. Hold up at the top to breathe in. Breathing out with the right knee up to tabletop. And then let the knee go out. Bring it back up. And gently put it down. And then link by link you come back down again. So you're doing it just balancing on that one foot. Breathing in to tilt, breathing out to pick up. Hold up. Bring the other knee up, take it out to the side, arm goes out, that's a lot more challenging. And then gently, gently, bring the whole thing back down again. And of course, if you wanted to, you could hold up and do one leg, then the other leg. See how that goes. Breathing in to tilt, breathing out to pick up, hold it there. Lift that right knee up, and then let the knee go out, just as far as you can without the hip dropping. Arm goes, opposite arm goes out too. Replace the foot, keep the hips up nice and high. Lift the other leg, take it out, bring it back, And then put the foot down, and then link by link, bone by bone, you come back down. And of course you can add the head turn to that as well, to challenge your balance. Breathing in to tilt, breathing out to pick up. Hold it up there, balance. And then the arm goes out, the knee goes out, you turn the head, look along the arm, bring it all back up again, replace the foot, and if you can, stay there, or go back down and then start again with the other side. Turn the head, keep the hips up high, bring it back, replace the foot, and then link by link, bone by bone, you go back down. Now you decide how many repetitions you want to do and which level, and then we've done enough. Just hug those knees into the chest, bring the head up into the knees, nose to knees, knees to nose. Hug in, get a good stretch through the spine, through your buttocks. And then remember, you can always wrap one arm around the legs while you hold the head with the other hand. Just support the head and the neck. Hug in. Then put one foot down, the other foot down, let the head and the shoulders roll back down. Then just hug the right knee into the chest. Straighten that leg up towards the ceiling. Just ease the leg towards the body to get a good stretch in the hamstring. Make sure there is no bend in the knee. Remember that you can straighten out the other leg along the floor to help to keep the buttock down, to get more stretch through that hamstring. Hold that there. Maybe breathe in, breathe out, and just ease the leg a little bit further in, and then just turn the toes towards your tummy and get a big stretch through your calf muscle as well. Hold that there, because you want your calves at the beginning. Get a good stretch. And replace the foot. Hug the other knee in, so you get a bit of stretch through the buttock there. Straighten leg, you can hold on behind the thigh, the calf, the front of the trouser leg, or even your sock. And even your toes, you can get your toes, but make sure the leg stays absolutely straight. Ease it in, and then you can extend the other leg if you want to, but if you start to bend that knee, then you slide the other leg back in. Turn the toes down, get some stretch through the calf muscle, ease the leg in that little bit more. Get a really, really good stretch through the hamstring and turn the toes down, the calf as well. And then just replace the foot to the floor and take a moment to set this up again. Make sure you've got your chin down over the peach, stretch your fingertips towards your toes, orange width between the knees, feet are rooted into the floor. Little grape in the small of your back, trade marbles back across the pelvis again. And then if it's comfortable for you, taking the fingertips behind the head, elbows right back, make sure the rib cage stays knitted down. And then breathing in, nod your head, peak the peach up, breathing out, curl up, crush the grape, look underneath the orange, hold, breathe in, breathing out, link by link, bone by bone, you go back down again. Make sure you're pressing your head into your hands and your hands into your head. So there's as little strain on your neck as possible. Breathing in to nod, breathing out to curl forward. Look forward underneath that orange, hold to breathe in, and breathing out to gently take it back down again. So it's breathing in to nod, breathing out to curl forward. Make sure those elbows stay as far back as you can. Pressing the head into the hands into the head, and then gently take it back down. Adding on, breathing in to nod. Pick up the peach, breathing out to curl up. Hold to breathe in. Breathing out, reach one arm forward, the other arm forward. Hold to breathe in, breathing out. First arm back, second arm back, and roll all the way down. The next time we'll start with the other arm. Breathing in to nod, breathing out to curl. Hold to breathe in. Breathing out, reach, reach. Push forward as you breathe in. Breathing out, first arm back, second arm back, and you roll all the way down. If that's not comfortable, just stay with the first option and just leave both the hands behind the head. Breathing in to nod, breathing out to curl, crush that grape. Reach forward, push. Hold to breathe in, breathing out, first hand back, second hand back. Support the head, roll down. And again, breathing in, nod, breathing out, curl, hold. Reach forward, push that little bit further forward. Make those tummy muscles work. crushing the grape all the while, keeping the tray of marbles still. Maybe adding on to that. Now bring the feet together, the knees together, just lose that orange again. Breathing in to nod, breathing out to curl forward. Hold to breathe in, breathing out, reach, reach. Hold to breathe in, breathing out, unbend one leg, breathe in, put it down, unbend the other leg as you exhale, inhale, put it down, first hand back, second hand back, roll all the way down. Of course, if that's too much, you don't need to do all the add-ons. Breathing in to nod, breathing out to curl forward, hold to breathe in, other arm goes forward, reach forward, push, and then we start with the other leg this time, reach forward, unbend the legs, exhale to unbend, inhale to go down, first hand back, second hand back, and you roll all the way down. So you're always keeping that curl up forward, as much far forward as you can while you unbend the legs. Breathing in to nod, breathing out to curl, hold to breathe in, breathing out, reach, reach, hold to breathe in, push, breathing out, unbend, put it down, unbend the other one, put it down, first hand back, second hand back, all the way down. Then you start with the other arm, of course. If you find that's too much, maybe you could do the curl up first, roll back down, and then just do the leg bit separately. Breathing in to nod, breathing out to curl, hold to breathe in, breathing out, reach, reach, push, and then unbend, foot down, unbend, foot down. Keep those knees together, then the inner thighs work a little bit too, and then gently down. Now if you want to make it harder, you can. You can do breathe in to nod, breathing out to curl forward, crush that grape, reach forward, push, and then unbend one leg, unbend the other leg. Hold to breathe in, breathing out, first foot down, second foot down, and then first arm back, second arm back, and you roll all the way down. If that's too much, of course you stay with the alternate legs. Breathing in to nod, breathing out to curl, and then you reach forward, hold, unbend, unbend, still alternating the leg you start with, keep that grape crushed, foot down, hand back, all the way down. So you decide how many repetitions you want to do and which level you want to do. So it's just breathing in to nod, breathing out to curl, hold, reach, push, looking forward, unbend, or just stay with the single leg, foot down, arm back, roll it down. And then to make sure we do equal numbers on both sides, breathing in to nod, breathing out to curl, reach and push, unbend, hold, foot down, hand back, all the way down. And then if you want to, you carry on and do some more. If you've had enough, just relax, hug the knees into the chest, let the head roll from side to side, and just ease out any tension in the neck. So working to those quadricep muscles as well as rectus abdominis down the front, the six-pack muscle, and of course the transversus muscle to keep your marbles stable. And then putting one foot down, the other foot down, stretch the legs out, take the arms over the top of your head, reach and stretch, and just lengthen through. Stretch those tummy muscles, stretch through those hips that you've just worked. And don't forget to breathe full and wide into the ribs. And then if you just want to gently, please roll over onto your front. And then take a moment to set this one up. Elbows pointing up towards the ceiling, peach underneath the chin, legs long. Tummy button pulled up off your little flat hot stone cup of tea on the back of your pelvis. And then if it's not comfortable with the arms in the grasshopper sort of position, just take the arms to the side crucifix, bend the elbows at a 90-degree angle. You could do that instead. Or if that's not comfortable, you can always take your arms down by your side and stretch back towards your toes. And if you can, elbows pointing up, and then take a breath in, and as you breathe out, just lift the chest off the floor.
Peach underneath the chin, and then gently down. Maybe exhale to lift, and inhale to lower. Just working into the back. Try not to push with the hands at all. But you can always have the arms down by your side, or you can do crucifix with the elbows bent at a 90-degree angle, but try not to press down with the arms, working into your back. Peach underneath the chin, eyes focused on the floor, no strain on the neck. And then see if you can lift that a little bit higher. Just push up a little bit now with the hands and take it down, increasing flexibility into your spine and just working into your upper body a little bit more. Remember, you can always have your arms there and push up that little bit more if you can. Or you can have the arms down by your side still and just lift and reach back. And if you find that your legs are lifting, take the legs out into a wider V shape, turn the big toes in towards one another and let the heels flop apart to relax the buttocks, pushing up and gently down. And then maybe you could push all the way up, make sure the shoulders don't come up around the ears. You're staying on your thighs, not coming onto your knees. Keep the elbows tucked into the side, skimming the side of your body with your elbows, lifting the chest and working into the backs of the arms now too. And of course encouraging flexibility into your spine. Remember, you can always just have the arms in crucifix and then push all the way up to straighten the arms there. You won't get as much flexibility and mobility, but you're still going to get some upper body strength too. And then see if you can change that. Bring the hands underneath the forehead. Bring the legs back into alignment. Tummy button still pulled up and in. Slide those shoulder blades down. Keep the cup of tea still on the back of your pelvis, and then just exhale and lift one leg. And inhale to lower it down. Exhale to lift the other leg. Inhale it down. Trying to keep your pelvis as stable as you can to keep that cup of tea still. So keeping that tummy button pulled up into the backbone all the time. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Think about lengthening rather than lifting high. Keeping that torso stable. Then maybe you could do single leg and then single leg and then both together to add in the lower back too. Remember, it's not about lifting high. Keeping that torso as stable as you can. Working into the buttocks and then adding in the lower back too. So it's just exhale up, inhale down. Lengthening, lengthening through the legs. Keep the head down, the neck relaxed. And maybe if you can, you could just do the doubles. Exhaling up and inhaling down. Just think about lengthening through the legs and they will lift. But you can, of course, stay with the alternate singles. Or you could do the halfway house, which is single, single, double. Lengthening. Relax the neck, relax the shoulders. And then relax down, come up onto the hands and knees. And if it's comfortable for you, sit back onto the heels, let the forehead rest down. Maybe take the arms behind you, palms up, and rotate the wrists. Open those knees a little bit, get those hips back further. Or if that is not comfortable for those knees, just bring the legs round in front, put that big beach ball on your lap, reach over the beach ball, tuck the pelvis underneath the ball, and rotate those wrists. Just stretch into the lower back and the buttocks, and easing out the wrists. And then, of course, you're going to join the two together. If you can, if not, of course, you can alternate between upper body and the legs. So if you can, elbows pointing up, lengthen through the legs, peach underneath the chin, and then just push all the way up. Keep the elbows tucked into the side. And then as you come down, you start to lift either one leg or both legs off the floor. Maybe exhale up and inhale to lower. Lengthening through the legs. If that's too much, of course, you can lift one leg. You don't have to go all the way up. You could just go a little way up. And of course, you could have the arms crucifix and do exactly the same thing there. Lift and lower, lift the leg or legs. You decide which level. Or you could even have the arms down by your side and do lift, reach back and lower. Lift, reach back and lower. Single, single, double even, or upper and lower separately. You decide. But the hardest level would be elbows tucked in, pointing up, pushing up, and keeping the elbows skimming the side of your body, nice and smooth. Getting lots of flexibility. Remember, you're not coming up onto your knees, just onto the end of your thighs. Now, if you would like to work that a little bit harder, get your heart rate going even a little bit, then you just do it quicker. And you hover the hands off the floor and you push up. Hover the hands and push up. Hover hands and push up. But if that's too much, you just stay with any which one of the earlier options. Getting some flexibility into that spine and load bearing for the wrists and the bingo wing department working. You carry on, do as many as you want, and then when you've had enough, again, just sit back onto the heels, let the forehead rest down, and take the arms behind you, palms up, rotate those wrists because you've been load bearing on those wrists, or of course sit on your bottom, swing your legs round in front of you, reach over the beach ball and rotate those wrists. Hold that there, give it a good stretch. And then if you just want to come up onto your hands and knees, and then just arch the back, drop the head, pull the tummy button up and in, and give yourself a really, really good stretch. Back of your neck all the way down to your tail. Tuck that pelvis under, drop the head, look back between the thighs. Remember, you can always come up onto your knuckles if that works better. Press down with the hands, arch the back right up, open up the vertebrae, dropping the head, ears pointing down. And then put a dip in your back. Just lift the shoulders, slide your shoulder blades down, don't forget the peach underneath the chin, and reverse. And again, put the dip, slide your shoulder blades down, feel your back contract, and then push up again. Just encouraging that flexibility into your spine, sticking the hips up a bit, and then tucking them underneath. So just nice and smooth. Maybe exhale all the way up, inhale, hold, exhale, put the dip in, inhale, hold, and then one more big arch up, hold that there. And then from here, just scoot all the way out onto your front, please. Take the forehead down onto the back of one hand, reach behind with the other hand for the foot on the same side. Bring the heel to the bottom, press the hip into the floor. And remember that you can lift the head and the shoulders if you want to, but keep your eyes focused on the back of the hand while you press that hip down, encouraging that flexibility into your hip. And then replace the foot and change to the other side. Head down, knees together, press the hip into the floor, lifting head and shoulders if you want to. Remember, you can get hold of the sock or the trouser leg if you can't get hold of the foot. Or you could always cross the ankle over and just ease the leg in with the other ankle. And then replace the foot. Coming up onto the hands and knees again. Then walking the hands into the knees. Tucking the toes under. Hover the knees. Push the hips up. Walking the hands into the toes. With the head down, the knees slightly bent. Engage the tummy. And slowly, slowly roll up. All the way up. Back up against that imaginary wall. Open the chest, slide fingertips down, seam of trouser leg. Then lift the right arm up, drop the hand behind your head and ease the arm back, stretch into the back of the arm. Because you've been working the tricep muscles, you need to give it a good stretch. Ease it back, keep the arm close into the head. And then change arms, just reach it all the way up and then drop the hand down. Give the arm a little bit of a push back. Keep that tailbone pointing down, keep your zip up and hollow. And have a good stretch. And then bring the arms back down by your side, keep the chest open. Drop the right ear down into your shoulder while you slide the left hand down, seam of trouser leg.
hold that there. Stretch neck, stretch shoulder. Turn the head and look down at that right shoulder, keeping the chest open. Slowly turn the head, look up and behind into the left corner, just getting that flexibility into your neck. Then gently drop the chin all the way down into the chest. Slide your shoulder blades down your back, shoulders away from the ears. Lengthening through the neck. Use the weight of the head. Shoulders right down. And then lifting the head. Drop that left ear while the right hand slides down. Neck and shoulder stretching. Hold that there. Then gently turn the head and look down at that left shoulder. Try not to move the torso at all, while you turn the head and look up and behind to the right. Hold that there. And then gently drop the chin all the way down into the chest. Lifting the head and release the shoulders. Forward, up and round and back and down. Just get lots of mobility, flexibility going into those shoulders. And then hold that there, lifting the arms all the way up, and then just bend the knees, swing the arms and loosen up. Drop the head, swing the arms and loosen it all up. And then from there, just bring it back to your start position and maintain that lovely Pilates posture. Thank you very much for still being there for 36 sessions. And hopefully that there will be an end in sight, maybe not as soon as we'd hoped, but we'll just keep going, keep exercising. And thank you for staying with me. Thank you for all your kind contributions, of course. And also, please do feel free. If you've got friends who are stuck at home, they're not doing any exercise, maybe they want to, but they're not getting their classes anymore, just tell them to go to Pat Waters Pilates on YouTube and they can join in too. Thank you very much. See you next time, or rather, you'll see me again next time. Well done. Bye for now.